Look, right now, an AI model isn't just sitting there answering your questions anymore. It's actively writing code, hunting for deep network vulnerabilities, and honestly, sparking billion-dollar lawsuits behind closed doors. Welcome to another Explainer, where we're going to take this chaotic, rapidly accelerating AI landscape and distill it down into a clear, connected story. Let's get into it.
Here is our roadmap for today. We've got 1. The AI agent revolution, 2. The open source rebellion, 3. Supercharging your AI agents, 4. The mythos security crisis, 5. The corporate AI wars, and 6. The future of AI work.
Starting right off with Section 1, the AI agent revolution beyond the chatbot.
To really understand this first chapter, we have to look at Anthropic's new ecosystem. We are seeing a massive shift right now. Standard models, they're basically just brains. They predict and generate text based on whatever prompt you feed them. But these new AI agents, they are brains with hands. Tools like Claude Code for developers or Claude Cowork for your desktop, they totally change the game. They're actually reading your local files, editing your code, and running terminal commands right on your machine without you having to sit there babysitting every single move.
So what makes this actually work? The secret sauce to why these tools feel like pure magic is something called the agentic loop. Instead of just spitting out an answer, the AI essentially pauses, plans out a sequence of steps, and then takes an action, like, say, creating a brand new file. Then it evaluates the result of that action. If it fails, it naturally retries. It adjusts. It loops continuously and autonomously until the complex task you gave it is entirely finished. I mean, it literally does the heavy lifting while you sleep.
That brings us to Section 2, the open source rebellion, breaking the walled garden.
Because as you can imagine, this agent revolution sparked an immediate massive pushback from the developer community. They do not want to be locked in. We're looking at a stark contrast here. Anthropic built this incredible premium ecosystem, but it completely locks users into their models, their pricing, and their mandatory subscriptions. Well, the developer community wasn't having it. Within days of Anthropic's launches, the open source world basically treated their releases as product briefs and shipped open code, open work, and open design. These are provider agnostic. They let you swap in cheaper models, run them locally, and completely free yourself from that corporate walled garden.
And the velocity of this rebellion? It's staggering. Get this. A simple missing line in an NPM file accidentally handed the entire developer ecosystem Anthropic's proprietary source code. On March 31, 2026, Anthropic accidentally published a 59.8 megabyte source map file. That little mistake exposed over 500,000 lines of Claude Code's original TypeScript. Before Anthropic could even finish writing up their incident report, the code was mirrored everywhere. Just 72 hours later, an open Claude fork appeared online, completely stripping out the Anthropic lock-in. Absolutely wild.
And if you're wondering if this is just some fleeting hobbyist phase, let me give you a number: 154,000. The Open Code project rapidly hit over 154,000 GitHub stars. In the dev world, that is stratospheric. It proves, without a doubt, that there is serious, massive demand for infrastructure that isn't tied to a single provider. Developers are essentially shouting that model lock-in is a dead end.
Moving right along to Section 3, supercharging your AI agents, the hidden plugins.
Beyond just the core tools, developers are augmenting these systems with incredibly powerful, hidden plugins to do the real heavy lifting. By installing specific skills, you can instantly transform a basic coding agent into an entire automated business department without writing a single line of code yourself. Just think about the sheer power here. You've got the marketing skill, which deploys 23 specific agents just for SEO and copy. The stop-slop skill, that strips out that dead giveaway robotic AI phrasing so your text actually sounds human. Or context engineering, which dynamically compresses your tokens so your agent can run massive multi-hour sessions without hitting your usage limits. It's like giving your agent superpowers.
So the big takeaway here is that the capability gap is closing incredibly fast. Yes, top-tier closed models definitely still hold an edge in raw, out-of-the-box quality. But these open tools and rapid-fire plugins, they are narrowing that gap at an unprecedented rate. What used to require a massive corporate R&D budget is now being matched iteratively by the open-source community.
Okay, Section 4. The mythos security crisis, machine speed exploits. Because as these capabilities grow, the dangers are growing right alongside them.
This brings us to a terrifying new cybersecurity threat that Anthropic actually deemed too dangerous to release to the public. For context, Anthropic's previous flagship model scored basically 0% on exploit development. But this withheld model, called Mythos, it scored 72.4%.
That is a massive, terrifying jump. We are talking about an AI finding ancient, buried vulnerabilities in highly secure operating systems, vulnerabilities that had already survived millions of human-led, automated tests.
There's a phrase going around cybersecurity circles right now: hope is not a security protocol. And man, that rings true. The UK AI Safety Institute confirmed that Mythos can actually chain 32-step attacks at machine speed. It turns unseen gaps in code into massive network exposures before human defenders can even blink. See, attack chaining is what elite human hackers do. You find one little gap, figure out how it opens the next door, and sequence a multi-step exploit. The fact that Mythos is doing this autonomously is a huge red flag.
But here's the real emergency. It's not just that the AI is finding bugs, it's that our organizations fundamentally do not patch vulnerabilities as fast as the AI can find them. Anthropic quietly gave 40 selected organizations early access to Mythos under a program called Project Glasswing just to help them patch their systems. But it exposed a deeper structural truth. Most companies have piles of known vulnerabilities just sitting there, unpatched for months. Accelerating how fast we discover bugs without accelerating how fast humans can actually fix them creates a very dangerous risk window.
Which naturally leads us to Section 5, the corporate AI wars, billions on trial.
Because the financial stakes of this technology are being fiercely contested, not just in server rooms, but in the courtroom. Can you steal a charity? That provocative question is literally the heart of a massive lawsuit in California right now. It's all about OpenAI's controversial transition from a nonprofit originally built for the good of humanity into a highly lucrative for-profit corporation. Elon Musk, a co-founder who donated tens of millions to that original nonprofit vision, is taking OpenAI leadership to trial, basically arguing that they completely abandoned their charitable trust.
And let's talk about the numbers involved here, because they are staggering. $134 billion. That astronomical figure represents the potential damages Musk is seeking. And a judge just ruled that the core issues of charitable trust and fiduciary duty are disputed enough that this is going before a jury. This case could fundamentally alter how the entire AI industry is governed. If the plaintiffs actually succeed, it could force OpenAI to unwind its for-profit structure right as the company is eyeing a $1 trillion IPO.
But, regardless of the courtroom drama, there's an underlying truth we can't ignore. While founders are fighting it out in court, the world's largest tech companies are quietly making sure they own the actual playing field. Microsoft invested billions in OpenAI, sure, but they also partnered with Anthropic. Amazon threw billions at OpenAI and billions at Anthropic. Google is doing the exact same thing. These tech giants are hedging their bets, pouring compute and capital everywhere, ensuring that no matter who builds the ultimate winning AI model, it has to run on their cloud servers.
And finally, Section 6, the future of AI work, synthesis.
So, bringing this whole chaotic picture together, what does this multifaceted arms race actually mean for us? For the focused learner who wants to stay ahead? Well, the tools are undeniably getting smarter. They have hands now. The open source community is moving faster than anyone predicted, cloning proprietary tech in literal days. The structural security risks are escalating way beyond our human capacity to patch them. And the corporate stakes, they're in the billions, hurtling toward the trillions. We are fully shifting from chatting with bots to managing autonomous agents.
Which leaves us with one final, crucial thought. As AI agents rewrite the fundamental rules of technology, security, and corporate power, are you building the future, or are you just paying a monthly subscription to watch it happen? I'll leave you to reflect on how you're going to adapt to this incredible new reality. Keep exploring, stay curious, and I'll see you in our next explainer.